I forgot to record. So, hey, welcome to the recording.
Wow.
Oh, all my good jokes. Never
Yeah.
And I
gonna
said
get
that,
to
and I made that
history.
comment about going to the doctor, and you're like, "This is recorded."
Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. And then we missed the chitlin joke, so we'll probably have to
All
replay
the
that.
chitlin jokes.
All the
Wow.
Replay.
chitlin jokes.
I think that's
Man.
everybody on the turn order, right? Let's see. Elizabeth, Wolf, Peanut, Reggie, the Etten. Yep, that's everybody. Okay.
Hold on. I gotta turn my camera on so that Mr. the Greg can listen.
Listen, listen, listen.
Wow. Peanut gets to go first again. You're rolling really well for Peanut.
Right? I don't know what's going on today.
I don't know if Bernie would want to go first every time, but who cares?
No.
She's not here. She
She's
doesn't
That's
get
not
to
here.
right.
vote.
She's sleeping. She
Next
doesn't get
time,
a vote.
show up.
Ooh, that's probably not a good idea. She
Yeah,
didn't do that on
normally
purpose.
he
She
normally
she had
doesn't miss, so like
yeah, she did have
I'm
to
not
put
mad
the
at her.
kid back in school, so
All right, well,
All right,
what does Bernie
she's
do
doing
here?
fairy fire.
Okay, each object is 20-foot cube is outlined. Any creature in the area when spell is cast is outlined
Going
in
to
white.
be
You need a
violet
dex
in color.
you need a dexterity saving throw. Am I reading that right?
Yep.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't have to
That's a
waste my
6.
silvery bobs.
That's a
Yep.
6.
Yep. So for the duration, he's got a 10-foot radius of like light all around him, and I believe we have an advantage on attack rolls.
Yep, you do. Any attack roll against an affected creature has advantage if the attacker can see it.
Nice.
Reggie, can you see him
Oh, I
from
see
way
him.
back there?
He's very big.
Reggie, can you
Yeah,
come
Does it
stand next to him
does
so
it
I
have
get a
2 heads?
Um,
he
it is
does.
a it is a large creature. So yes, he can see it.
Does it have 2 heads? It looks like it's got 2
Yes, it
heads.
does. It has two
Uh-huh.
heads.
Oh, wild. I don't like that.
hmm It just means that he can think extra hard.
And both heads are awake, but one thing about this creature is that if one of the heads is asleep, the other head is awake, so they're not both asleep at the same time.
That's a weird one. Hey,
Right?
so
It's one of its
can
features.
can we have a meeting with the professors at this school and letting Ettins in? And we're only in second grade. We don't need to be dealing with Ettins.
You're not in second
That's
grade, you're a
right.
sophomore,
We are
you're a
toddlers.
sophomore in college.
We are just toddlers at this school.
We're only in second grade. I love it. Okay. Does Peanut want to do anything else?
That's all Peanut can do.
Okay, Reggie, it's your turn, sir.
Alright, you know what he's gonna do.
Talk to your mirror. Get your club
Okay.
fans going.
That hits, sir.
Hell yeah. 7 points.
Hey, Reggie. How are you blessed?
I'm not blessed.
You rolled with bless.
Well, even when
What?
it's on, but it's a 25 hits without it,
Shouldn't
regardless.
be on.
It's been on for a while. I've just ignored it.
Were we blessed like last game or something? I just didn't turn it off.
You
I
probably
think
were.
so.
Alright,
Yeah,
it's
it's
off
very
now.
possible. Yeah, you're
It's off.
fine.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, you're good. I just ignored it because I knew you weren't blessed.
I just like
But
picking on him because it's always Gujira's fault.
It is.
I know that roll 20 is
100%
weird
all the
sometimes.
time,
So
whether I'm here or not.
anything else,
hmm
Reggie? You're gonna move closer. You're gonna charge into danger.
No? Have you met me?
I'm
This is a
just playing.
swamp.
Wolf, it's your turn.
I'm going to do the Home Alone face, put my hands up next to my cheeks. Bonus action disengage. I am going to get away,
Okay,
turn
that's
back
fair.
and smile.
You were right on top of it.
And cast. 18 hit.
Yep, an 18 hits.
Also, you have advantage on the attack if you want to
Excuse
try
me.
and go for a
Oh,
crit.
yeah, try for a bonus. Eh. 13 radiant.
All right, let me make sure it's not. Nope.
And that's
Okay,
my
just want
full
to make sure it
turn.
didn't have a resistance. It does not. Okay.
Hold on. Are we
It is.
fighting more than? Oh, they're good guys. Never mind. Okay.
So it is going to charge forward right here and place itself right in the middle of y'all. The Etten actually gets a multi-attack, so it is going to try to hit Earth Matok with his battle axe.
No. Unluck to that, sir.
Does anybody have that? Yes, you do. I can't have nothing nice.
No, we're not hitting my crush. No, it's not happening.
He's trying to crush your crush.
He is. It's not. That's not nice. I think you just re-roll it.
A 21 still hit. It says you get disadvantage, so I want
Yeah.
to re-roll it or take the 21.
You can take the 21. I don't care. It's the crit damage that I worry about.
Yeah.
The 11 is the crit, right? So it's just 8.
Yeah.
Okay. That's acceptable. I will take that.
But he gets 2 swings. Oh no!
I
It is
know.
going to. Let's see. God, its reach is only 5 feet.
I'm right there. He can hit me.
I know he's gonna try to hit you. It's either that or hit. What's his face again? Let's see. His
I would think
other
that he would
is a
want to
Morning
hit.
Star. So does a 16 hit you, Elizabeth?
No, a 16 does not hit me.
Woohoo!
Well, it whiffs badly. You're welcome.
Unluck to all of that, Mr. Etten. And I'll stick out my tongue twice. Meh.
It is Earthmatok's turn.
So twice,
Uh,
is it split like a snake?
No, I just did it twice. Meh, meh.
Bleh,
oh,
bleh.
It's for
he
each
gets
head.
advantage here, right?
For what?
For
Starting
everybody being
bar
close
advantage,
by.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, he has advantage because fairy fire.
right. So a 20 hits, but a 10 does not. That's what I was asking. Okay.
Correct.
That's 22. Dang. That should fight more often.
We're taking that briar vine when we leave.
I don't think you can, but pretty. Why do they always follow each other? Can I not roll with these two? Like, it's kind of sad. Melithor is going to get closer right here.
Come on,
And
Melf, let's get in it.
Stop it with the mouth. I'm
Melithor
dying over here.
missed badly. Like, badly, badly.
You didn't miss too bad. It's only a 12.
Uh, Actually, it hits. I'm wrong. Shoot.
Ah!
Okay, it does hit. I thought its AC was 13, and it's not. It's 12. Okay.
The thing with Ettins is they're dumb, so they don't have a high AC. But they have a ton of hit points. Out of game.
Yeah, y'all were chipping away at it though.
Wait a minute. We weren't using the chip and play.
No, we weren't
You're
using the chip and
you're
play.
chipping away at it. Elizabeth, it's your
Maybe
turn. Which was your
maybe we
4 that
should.
you rolled?
A little chitlin at a time.
Well, chitlin at a time. Alright, well, I'm rolling at advantage, so let's do that. 22.
That hits.
4.
Nailed it.
I'm doing so
All right,
well
last
today.
So I always roll Erzmatok and Melbathorn side by side, and you always roll Elizabeth and Peanut side by side. Like, what is happening? Is this Peanut's turn?
It's not no because you got the healing word on Erzmatot.
That's fine, but it's Peanut's turn now.
Now it's Peanut's turn. Yes.
Oh, that's fine. I gave him his healing. Don't worry, your crush got his life back.
He has to have light within him. Does she need to maintain concentration on fairy fire, or is that like a one and it's there?
Oh, I
I
don't
think
know. Let's go back
I
and look
think it
at
is
it.
concentration.
It is
Yep,
concentration.
yep,
Yep.
it's
Okay.
concentration.
Magic missile.
Sorry, I'm coughing in y'all's ear. I'm not trying to.
Okay. 12.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Reggie, it's your turn.
All right. I'll blast him again. Pew pew.
18 hits.
Awesome. Oh, 5 points of damage. Woo! It was a glancing blow.
At least you get the extra to it. It could have just been one.
Yeah.
Wolf, it's your turn.
I'm going to place the chipping plate on the ground. This might be hurting on damage because we're only chipping away.
Lord have mercy.
Alrighty, stabby, stabby, with advantage. Remember this time. Yes, he remembers this time. 13 damage.
You're
Okay.
blessed.
Blessed. No.
Yes.
So he's no longer fairy fired.
No, you are blessed. So that's a 24 plus a d4.
Still hits.
I'm just making you aware.
All right.
You
Bonus
don't.
action. Giggle disengage. Back up 2 squares.
Lord have mercy. All right, is its turn. Mr. Etten. That's what we're gonna call him. Mr. Etten. It's gonna try to hit Melithorn with the battle axe this time. That hits. Let's see. Oh, this thing hits pretty hard. All right, and for its other attack. Whoops, clicked on the wrong character sheet. Oh, please. It's gonna try to hit Earthmatok with the Morning Star. What's his AC? It hits just barely. That's crazy. Okay.
Listen, Erzmatot, we need to get you better gear if you're going to come out here adventuring with us like this.
I've
He
been
doesn't
trying to
normally.
get better gear. What is letting?
This is not something he normally does. He's just was out here, and y'all helped him. Remember, so he's helping you.
He is now going to be
Um,
a member of the permanent member of the
it
Savior
is
Club.
Erzmatok's turn. Oh, and he kills it.
Good
Like,
job!
wow, that was 33 damage. Insane. Okay, anyways, as the Etten dies, it melts back. So like it melts down into the spongy floor, and like it becomes one with the floor, basically.
You.
Bye, Steve. Have a beautiful time.
After it is dispatched, though, you see a spirit statue mascot. Crap, clicked the wrong thing. Hold, please. There we go. It starts to poke its head out right by where Wolf is. And when you notice it, Wolf, it kind of chuckles and says, "I'm quite bored of behaving, as Professor Sharpbeak says. From now on, it's nothing but mischief. I'm a free spirit," and starts trying to run away.
You know what? I am a free spirit too. Mage hand, and then I will slap him up the side of the head with a collar.
Uh, so it doesn't work on this one. You are going to have to persuade it.
Ooh, you can do real good on that, Wolf. I know you can.
All right. I say, fight me, and I'll wiggle the palm of my hand and the fingers towards myself.
So you basically want to try to persuade it that its work on campus is important and why it should wear the band.
Oh.
You should wear the band because it's going to look spectacular on you. Reggie will
Ooh.
put you in all of his photos and tell the school how mischievous you are in this stunning glamour necklace.
Wow.
Totally
That's
will.
Wow. Now, nailed it. So when he gets done talking, the spirit statue's like, that don't mean nothing to me, and starts trying to like take off. So
nope,
somebody else is
nope,
gonna have to try.
nope. He's not. He's not going anywhere. I can't
He
believe it.
tried. Wolf tried real hard.
Yeah. Reggie will be like, no, seriously, you should put that collar on. It really brings out the colors in your eyes.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he'll try to do a persuasion.
Yeah, you're good.
If he can find it.
It's in with all the peas.
Ha! Okay.
That is also not successful. So at this point, it's just giggling and continuing to run off.
Hold on, hold on. It can't run off because Nins has stuff that doesn't let it go too far. But
Gonna hit it with entangle.
that's what
Strixhaven slow.
I was gonna do. Something like this. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. So entangle is a strength save.
Chocolate cake.
So it whispered to me, but it rolled an 11.
Ooh.
So it did not succeed. I fixed
Oh,
it.
was there a double roll? So did
Yeah.
you roll with advantage? So what was the other number next to the 11?
A 4.
Because I would have done my last spell of Silvery Bobs, making him take the lower roll.
I mean, it's a 4.
The 4. 4 no more.
So it is entangled. So would someone else like to persuade this very,
All
very
right.
spirited mascot?
Listen here, Mr. the Mascot Dude. I'm supposed to be playing all nice with you, but you keep running off, driving me up a wall. Put the stupid collar on, get it back up to the school, and do your job. I have a -1 to persuasion, y'all.
And she rolled better than anybody.
I'm
That's
just gonna
hysterical.
Dangle the
Um,
collar at it.
So once you get done saying all of that, it just like sighs really heavy. Fine. Yeah, just no fun. Like we just can't have any fun, but fine. I'll go back.
You can have
I
fun, just nice fun.
And so it's not gonna fight you when you walk up and try to put the collar on it.
better not.
It's not.
After all
Not
that,
anymore. It
All
just
right,
wanted to
in
be
the bag.
free. So now you have spirit statue, and let me double check. But I believe that is all of them, and make sure we didn't miss any. Uh, nope, that is all of them. So you have successfully wrangled them all.
turd.
So
No, I'm with Reggie on this one. Let's get out of this swamp.
Yeah, let's beat feet.
Oh man,
Pick up the chitin plate.
the chitlin plate.
So I am going to say that you're going to take this back to Professor Sharpie. However, it's 8:20, so we will take our break and then pick up there when we come back.
Sounds
Then
good.
I didn't miss too much of it, just the first quarter.
couple of, well,
Gotta
we
collect
got to
them
the
all.
part where it was like, hey, you're going to take them back to Professor Sharpie, but then we took a break. So I'm assuming that you guys just want to head back to.
Yes, we need to get out of the swamp
Hmm.
before an ogre shows up.
Yeah. Reggie seconds that emotion.
Before an ogre shows up. So when you report back to her, she is in the biblioplex.
Biblioteca. Okay.
And she sees that you have the mascots. I'm assuming you're giving them over to her. She's going to smile at you and say, "You saved me a lot of effort, students. Now I don't need to track them all down. Thank you for your assistance." And then she scribbles on a sheet of parchment and hands you a document. And the
Hey, that.
document
Go ahead.
entitles you to one free uncommon magic item of your choice from the student store.
Oh, nice. Very
Hmm.
nice. I would like to point out though that those little dudes, sometimes you might want them out to play, and they wouldn't be so rowdy.
Oh, did they give you trouble?
Well, we had to persuade the last one to come back, and that wasn't exactly the easiest of things to do.
Okay. Okay, I can agree. I probably work them too hard. I'll try to do better about it. I'll see what I can do to make it a little bit easier on them.
Give them some playtime. That's all they were asking for.
I might can do that. We'll see. I'll figure something out. Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. So I can go into the character sheet. Uncommon items, you say?
An uncommon magic item.
Hmm. Wand of magic missiles is uncommon. Oh, dude.
Your magic missiles came in clutch today. Let me tell you.
Huh?
I needed 10 points to kill one of those suckers, and I went magic missile, and I got exactly 10 points.
Oh. I would have just done like a firebolt.
She killed it with math.
Killed it with math.
Wow, okay.
Click clock rack rocks.
Hmm.
So, is there anything else you would like to say to her?
No. Is there anything else we want to say to her, guys?
Um, I don't know.
Maybe not necessarily you. You weren't here.
Hey,
You.
Peanut.
Yeah.
The broom of flying is a uncommon item.
I'm a bird.
What do you know?
Thanks. I don't need a broom. Are you kidding me?
I was just letting you know. I'm just saying. It
Yeah.
is a thing. It is a thing. It'd be really funny to see a bird on a broom that are flying.
So
Says
you
yeah, I've
do
got loads of
have
skills left.
a kind of limited selection, but I will tell you what they are when we get there. It has to be in stock in the store. And remember, this is a student store inside the campus. But so if you guys don't have anything else you want to say to her, then the next thing for you to do is take an exam.
Shower.
So
We need a shower and study time. Teacher, person,
yes,
lady.
of course you do. But would you like to do the magic items before that, or do the exam and then do the magic items?
We do the
Y'all
exam
tell
and
me.
then the magic items. Yeah. Magic. We'll do the exam and then the magic items.
No one can talk besides you now. What happened? Everybody's not talking.
Take the
Uh,
exam.
okay, if you want to do the exam first, that's fine. Um, so this is going to be a couple days later. Obviously, you guys always know this, it's not the same day. So you can hit the long rest, like you're going to be well rested.
Wrong rest button.
Wrong last.
Hmm.
I was literally already typing it.
Nice. So I will take you to. Hold, please. Let's try to give you all a different map so you're not staring at the dead bodies. There you go. That's campus.
Oh, this is a new map for campus. I like it.
This is the whole campus in one, I think.
I've seen
That's
this
because we're in
before.
the second grade.
We are in the second grade. Get it right, dude.
God. They're driving me crazy tonight, just so you know, Bernie.
Oh, we found some chipped armor. That was what our problem was, and as soon as Wolf put it down, we were hitting better. Did you pick up the chipped armor?
I picked up the chipped armor before we left,
Awesome.
and I showed it to the professor.
The chiplin armor, the chitlin
The
armor.
professor. Lord have mercy. Okay. So you're gonna have to study. I never can remember the rules for this, so give me a second. I gotta pull the book up.
Did you guys say that I was getting the Ironstone?
Yes, we are going to give
Mhm.
you the ion stone as soon as Reggie's no longer attuned to it.
Okay.
Yeah, Reggie took it just because he didn't want to get surprised by more creepy crawlies in the swamp.
Okay.
It was a trauma response.
It was. He's been a little traumatized.
So your exam is going to be, I'm showing you the play your art is
Pretty.
scrivening and symbology exam.
Ew. That's my worst class. All right.
This is a class that you all have together. It is usually held in the lecture hall in the biblioplex. It covers the basics of recognizing, deciphering, and understanding the magic behind arcane scripts and symbols. Over the course of this term, you will learn how to tell scribbles and doodles from magically imbued symbols, and they study popular accounts of adventurers who've come across magic-based writing in their travels. You will also learn about common spells that incorporate writing and symbology in their casting. And your professor is Brenneth Blackstone, a Dampier Silverquill professor of Shadow. They are a rising star in scriptology whose dynamic lectures are practically performance art. So that's the kind of lectures you have.
We should show him those scrolls we found.
We found scrolls.
Yeah, remember that journal we found that had all the weird writing in it?
Hmm.
We found scrolls that had the same writing.
Well, you didn't find scrolls. It was scribbled into the dirt on the ground, but it was the same writing as what was in the journal.
Okay. I thought
Yeah.
there were scrolls for some reason.
Yeah, no, you're fine. It was, I may have said it was scrawled out, and that's probably what happened. Anyways, but it was in the dirt. So that's where they found the armor, the chipped armor that they keep making jokes about, as well as writing on in the dirt around the armor that matched what was in the journal.
In that case, can we say that Reggie copied down that writing
Of
as
course.
best possible?
Yeah.
Into like,
I mean, and you probably could have taken a picture of it if you wanted. So
Oh. With his mirror.
Yeah, he takes selfies. Like, I'm assuming he just takes pictures.
He takes ussies.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
My point is, he takes pictures with it,
Mhm.
regardless of whether it's a selfie or an ussie. So for the studying, if you remember, there are 3 different ways you can pull an all-nighter, which I don't think y'all want to do, but you gain 2 rerolls, but you have 1 level of exhaustion until after the exam.
Mm-mm.
You can study together in a group and gives you advantage on your ability checks during the studying phase, or you can just skip studying altogether. But if
This
you're
is
going
my-
to study, you remember you have to give a reason, like either a history check or a performance check or a sleight of hand check, but you have to tell me how you're studying and how you want to do it. So if you're pouring over your books, you're going to do a history check. If you are creating mnemonic devices to remember things, then that is going to be a performance check. Or if you are uh, making, who is it? Is it Wolf that likes to do
Crib
origami?
notes. Yep.
Yeah, then that's sleight of hand. So you just tell me how you want to study and we'll go with it.
The books.
it's my
Okay,
worst class, so I'm hitting the books.
so if you are choosing to pour over the books, then give me a history check.
Mm,
I am going to hang out with Lisbeth if she doesn't mind.
Of course.
We're going to have all the books. I'm going to have a little pedestal.
Remember, if you are studying together, you have advantage.
Yes, 14.
Oh, we're already taking the test?
No,
No, this is
we're
studying.
studying.
You get advantage during the studying phase, not the testing phase.
Are we all studying together?
Well, Wolf is snuggling up next to me doing something. He got cut off, so I didn't get to hear what he was
Snuggling
doing.
up.
And that's what I'm gonna say.
So over in the corner of the room, I set up a pedestal.
Hmm.
I sneak my little familiar under a small handkerchief. And my mage hand will be turning the pages of 4 books while I sit with Lisbeth and make origami.
Oh, yes.
Because I can see through the eyes of my familiar and it has multiple eyes, so I can read a lot of books at a time.
I'm going to correct you every now and then on the hey, you missed a fold.
Oh, yeah, right. It should have gone to other. Oh man, another piece of paper.
Yeah. Northeast, not west.
Oh,
Okay.
west north. Oh, and it's map northeast and west
Hmm.
is this new
Yeah.
map system where the east and west is the same and the south is the north. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We
Hmm.
learned that today from the professor's voice.
Yep. Yep. The deity inside our head told us that. Sure did.
So I have to roll my sleight of hand thingy, I guess.
Yeah, you had to roll it. I'm looking for your DC to know whether or not you succeed.
I'm not too worried because I have keen mind. So if it was in the book,
Well,
I
Wolf
got 1
definitely
month.
succeeded. Let's see.
Oh, I didn't even roll with advantage. Darn it. One more time, just in case. She needs a better roll. Ah, I always roll better the first time.
Hold on.
It's a shame nobody else came to Lisbeth's room to hang out.
We were
So,
all. I just asked
Together.
if we were all studying
are
together,
you
and
all
nobody
you're
answered.
all studying together?
We are all studying together.
So, Peanut, your roll was the first one, right? 22.
Really, with the way Peanut
Yeah.
was rolling initiatives, we're really going to invite her to the party.
Yes, because it wasn't Peanut that was rolling bad initiatives.
Well,
Wow.
It
when the
was
pizza
me.
shows up, she's going to get the best slices.
Don't want pizza.
That's fine. That she can have the best slices.
There
So,
we go.
Peanut, you are successful and you get a reroll to use during the testing phase. So, remember that. Lisbeth and Reggie are not.
14
Uh,
doesn't do it, man.
nope, not for this test. But Wolf is also successful.
Told you this is my worst class, y'all. I'm taking like 5 of them, 6 of them. How many classes am I taking? I wrote it
I
down.
think it was 6, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
As I went to college and took that many classes at one time and about killed myself. So that's why I reacted that way. Because I was like,
Taking 5 classes.
I did
Apply.
6 one time and I never did it again. And if I was like to talk to someone that was in college, I always say, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's a lot. So don't worry, you haven't failed the test. You just don't get a reroll, but that doesn't mean you're going to fail the test. So just don't freak out.
Question. What is the name of this class?
Scrivening and symbology.
Okay, that is not one of the 5 that I have already written down. So this
I
is
have
the one.
scrivening.
It was one
This
of the
is it's one of the ones that everybody's doing.
2 that everybody had to do.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Thank you, Bernie, because you know I cannot spell.
Yeah, that's why I wrote them there. Because
Yep.
Yeah.
So I cannot spell.
Mhm.
You're the bestest.
Cheers, dude.
Earlier
But
she was saying you were the worstest.
I never said that.
Oh my,
Yeah.
you did too, and I have
Always talking shit
evidence.
about me when I'm not here.
I
That's
I
right.
never
We didn't
have
said
record,
that.
so there's no evidence.
Stop
damn
it.
it.
It was whispers.
No, my evidence is everybody else heard it, but they'll probably take
What?
her side, so it's fine. Um, on the actual day of the exams, hold on. This is actually going to be an exam that you would be the type of scrivening and symbology that you would see in the glyph of warding spells. I don't know if you have spells that do that.
Warding spells? Like,
Glyph of warding. Hold
got you.
on.
Uh-oh.
That. Um, it's a two-part exam. So you'll have 2 ability checks that you have to roll. The first part is glyph of warding shapes, where you have to identify the shapes commonly used when a mage casts a glyph of warding. And the second part is common glyph effects. You have to write an essay on common magical effects and triggers associated with glyph of warding spells. And so, like I said, it's been your study night was probably 3 days after you finished up with the mascots. So the test would be like a Friday, so like 4 days later.
Beer pong night.
So I don't know who wants to go first or how y'all want to do it, but we'll start with the first part where you have to identify the shapes. And I need investigation checks.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I know.
investigation.
Investigation.
Oh, dude.
Reggie, as you say that, I'm gonna put a mask over my face that I made from paper mache cloth. Investigation.
Paper mache class?
Yeah. It's the one fun class that I get to take.
Mm-hmm. I might use my, has my inspiration already been used?
No, ma'am, you still have it.
I might use mine to get that 22 instead. Although,
So Reggie and Peanut are not successful, but Elizabeth and Wolf are. Reggie does not have a reroll, but Peanut does. So
oh,
I don't know if you want to use it or what you want to do. Because remember, you can fail one of them and pass the next and still pass the exam. But if, like, say Reggie fails the second part, then he fails the exam, which would be the first time I think this happened.
Yeah, I've like not aced exams, but I've passed them
But
all
you,
so far.
right, yeah. So, but you can still pass this one. I'm just saying, I don't think anybody's failed yet.
Come on, Reggie, you can do it. Concentrate real hard.
I'm
I need
gonna
more
reroll.
coffee.
Coffee, 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 coffee.
Oh, dude, that is awful. I'm so mad. What a waste of a reroll.
We should have let Nans roll for you. Okay, so it's okay, it happens. So for the second part where you have to write an essay, it's an Arcana check.
Reggie, no! No!
No.
We studied so hard.
What's so funny about that is he rolled a nat 1 of the thing he's get better at, but like he rolled a 10 in investigation.
Yeah, good times. I was distracted by all the origami.
I will do better next
You
time.
know what I thought you were gonna say? Was that the swamp? It was the swamp's fault.
It probably
Well,
was
that
the
too. I'm
fault.
still
I rolled
traumatized.
really well on my animal
So-
handling.
You sure did.
I'm so traumatized.
He's still
So,
trying to get over all the swamp creatures.
Lisbeth, you do not get it. Wolf does, and Peanut with an 18 does.
Okay, we still all passed. Except for
Yes,
Reggie.
except for Reggie,
Yeah, we all passed.
which is
except
the
for Reggie.
first. So let me tell you what happens when you fail an exam.
Get kicked out.
No, you
No,
don't. But you are required to attend tutoring with a junior faculty member until you at least achieve a past exam in a different exams encounter. So, like, you don't have to retake this one, but the next exam you do, you have to pass it. If you don't pass that one, you stay in tutoring. What this means is, we could role play this, but I really don't see the need for it.
fun.
You cannot take part in any extracurricular or jobs until you pass the next exam.
Oh man, but I'm on cheer squad.
I was
I
gonna say
know.
next year.
Man, this is real life though. You like your grades get too low and they suspend you. Like
Man,
they
I
put
did
this in. They made it realistic.
I even sang the Mickey song to you earlier, just using your name instead of Mickey.
Oh.
Hey, at least I feel bad for you, Reggie. But hey, at least somebody failed it, so y'all can see that mechanic of the game because y'all have not seen it yet.
Wolf, you need to make me an origami dunce cap.
No,
No.
it's gonna be fine.
It'll
So,
be fine.
with that being said, we're gonna take a little bit because congratulations, you are all 5th level. So,
Look,
Except for
Peanut
Reggie.
came back just in time to get leveled up.
Peanut said we can do it
Mhm.
for you. Yours your job. We'll work for you and take your money. By the way, did y'all add that? So
The items?
no, we're about to do the items. I was gonna
Oh.
say we can do the level up and the item and the magical items at the same time and take a little bit to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot what I was saying now. Wait, wow, way to distract me.
Said did we
Fine.
take that?
Again.
ADHD brain.
Oh my god. I've got fireball.
It's on now, like Donkey Kong.
I can cast levitate,
Mm,
and I
I
don't
can
need this
fly.
spell.
So if you go to while y'all are looking at that, I hope y'all can
Yeah.
multitask. Because if you
Mhm.
go to the door to the bookstore inside the biblioplex. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 magical items that you can choose from.
Wow.
And right, so the first is a bottle of boundless coffee. It is a metal bottle that carries warm coffee. It has a stopper, and it's even got a little chain. When it's open, the bottle won't accept any liquid other than the coffee it produces. The coffee inside is always comfortably warm, and none of the heat can be felt through the bottle. Every time you drink the coffee, you roll a d20. On a 1, the bottle refuses to dispense coffee for the next hour. If you pour coffee from the bottle rather than drinking from it, the coffee vanishes the moment it leaves the bottle. So that's 1. I don't know why you would take that except for comedy purposes, but it sounds fantastic. The second is a cuddly Strixhaven mascot. It is represents one of the mascots of Strixhaven. Is a soft, tiny magic toy, perfect for cuddling. If you press it to your arm, shoulder, or leg as an action, the toy stays attached there for 1 hour until you use an action to remove it. It can also be used to fight off fear. So when you make a saving throw to avoid or end the frightened condition on yourself, you can give yourself advantage if the toy is on your person. However, you must decide to do so before rolling the d20. If the save succeeds, you can't use the toy in this way again until you finish a long rest. So that keeps you from being afeared, potentially. Then the next is a Lorehold primer. It requires attunement by a spellcaster. It is a magic textbook that's created at the Lorehold College. It has 3 charges and regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. If you make a history or religion check while holding it, you can expend 1 charge to give yourself a 1d4 bonus to the check immediately after rolling the d20. In addition, if you study the primer at the end of a long rest, you can choose 1 first level spell from the cleric or wizard spell list. Before you finish your next long rest, you can cast the chosen spell once without a spell slot if you are holding the primer. Your spell casting ability for this spell is your choice of intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. There's the Prismari. They have 1 for each one. While you are doing that, I'm just going to keep reading them, and if you need me to repeat them, I will. There's the Prismari Primer, which is obviously a textbook created at the Prismari College. It has 3 charges. Also regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. If you make an acrobatics or a performance check while holding the primer, you can expend 1 charge to give yourself a 1d4 bonus to the check immediately after rolling the d20. If you study the primer, you can choose 1 first level spell from the Bard or Sorcerer spell list. It's the same thing. If you finish your next long rest, you can cast the chosen spell once without a spell slot if you're holding the primer, and you get to choose the spellcasting ability from your choice of intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. Same thing for Quandrix, except for it is an arcana or nature check while holding the primer. And then Silver Quill is the same thing, textbook Silver Quill, except for if it is intimidation or persuasion checks while holding the primer. And the next thing is the Strixhaven Pennant. This pennant bears the symbol of Strixhaven or one of its colleges. While you wave the pennant, the symbol on it glitters, and the pennant sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. So it may be if you or someone that doesn't have a dark vision.
We already have a
Um,
pennant and a mascot, right?
I don't know if everybody has a pennant. You should all have the cuddly mascot, and it can be used to fight off fear. So definitely remember that. The last thing is the Witherbloom primer, which is the same as the others Witherbloom textbook, but while holding it, it's nature survival checks. And I guess I should also say this, because you could choose. So Quandrix was the Arcana or Nature check, but if you study the primer, you can choose a spell, a first level Druid or Wizard spell. Silver Quill is Intimidation or Persuasion check. If you study it, you can choose from the Bard or Cleric spell list, and then Witherbloom is Nature or Survival check, and if you study it, you can choose a spell from the Druid or Wizard spell list. So those are your options. So yeah, you definitely don't want to pick the cuddly mascot because you already have it.
Yeah, we
But
all got one of those.
yeah,
I've got a
these are
pennant
the
on my carrot
yeah,
sheet, so
right. And I don't know that everybody has that. I can't remember. I think that was something you may have won,
yeah. hmm
but they can get one here if they want one, and it provides light.
Yeah, I thought we all got one of those, but I might be mistaken.
I thought you won it at whatever that
Okay.
competition thing was, but I'll have to go back and check because it's been too long. I honestly don't remember.
Can we have a list of those items that we have to choose from? Because I already forgot most of them.
I know. I knew that was gonna happen, but I still read it to you anyways.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can
Thank you.
find it. No, that is not. Okay, yeah, I will work on that. Give me a second. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit enter. Hold on. Mm, What you yawning for? I'm not gonna post a Strixhaven mascot since you already have it.
hmm
They're coming in now. I don't know if you're looking, but I am posting them. Does anybody have any problems leveling up? Got any questions?
No, hold on.
Okay. Kinda didn't think so, but you
Trying to
know.
settle on a spell. I get one
Yeah, you
extra
got time.
spell.
I'm posting all this anyway, so you got time. No rush.
You get one extra spell? Jelly?
Yeah.
I get 8.
I know all this text is kind of running together, and I apologize, but I hope y'all can tell
I
what
got two
it's supposed
third
to
level
be.
spells and one of them is fireball, so I'm good.
Yeah, I get one spell and I can replace a spell if I want.
Yeah, but you're a warlock. Warlocks don't get spells, dude. But
Yeah,
then,
I mean I can get fireball,
yeah.
but I'm looking at something a little more in line with my character.
hmm
I think I'm just a little confused on the uncommon magic item. We get that on top of this other magic item, like the textbook.
No, this is your magic item.
Okay, I get you now.
It is an uncommon item, but it has to be from the
Store.
shop, and this is what
Yeah.
they have. So, like, basically, your options are limited.
Actually, I don't mind the idea of the textbook. I think that bonus spell would be nice.
Mm.
Right, I think that's pretty cool. It would be like the equivalent of you did something for a professor and they gave you like a gift card to the bookstore. That's basically what this is. She gave you like a gift card.
Mm-hmm.
And do our mascots fight for us, or are they just
They
lucky toys?
don't. I'll post it here in a second so you
No
can
problem.
read it. They don't fight for you, but they can help you. And you've had them this whole time, so like we definitely need to post that so y'all know what it is, and
Yeah, like pretty much
because
get
we
it.
kind of forgot about them to be honest, and we all did. It was just me, like we all did.
I think we
Mine,
should all get our mascot out and stick it to Lisbeth.
yeah,
She
mine's
can walk
already
around
hanging
with a
from my
bunch of
belt.
plushies. You can have all these plushies all over you.
I love
Plushy
plush.
shoulder pads, plushy elbow pads.
Mine's already hanging from my belt, so yeah, bring it on. Oh, I like that one. I might try that spell. I'm gonna try that spell. I'm gonna try it. See what it
All right,
does.
the last one in there is the cuddly Strixhaven mascot. It's in there. So it has used to fight off fear. So you can attach it to your leg as an action, and it will stay there for 1 hour or until you use an action to take it off. And while it's on your leg, it can be used to fight off fear. So when you're making a saving throw to avoid or in the frightened condition on yourself, you give yourself advantage if the toy is on you. Um, but you have to decide to do that before you roll the d20. So before you roll the check, you have to decide that. But you can only do it once. So if you do that and you're successful, you can only do that one time until a long rest. So if something keeps trying to fear you and you were successful, you can't use it again until you've had a long rest. But it's all in there for you now.
All right, so the primer can do the charges plus if you study it in the morning. Okay.
Yes.
So it's not one or the other. I can understand it.
It's both.
Yeah.
I know they kind of ran together. I was trying to separate it where they weren't back to back to back, but I couldn't really do that. It was being stupid. So that is your choices though, and you can have any of them. Like I said, you don't want to do the max out. You've already got that, and you can. I imagine it's going to be like your whatever college you chose,
Right.
like whatever your school is. So I can't remember what everybody is. I know that Nan's is Lorehold. Um,
Prismari.
Gina's, yeah, you're Prismari. I know that. Maybe I do know what everybody else is because uh, Reggie and Ezio are Silver Quill.
Hmm.
I guess Dow's is the only one I don't remember off the top of my head.
Too much math involved.
Oh, you're Quandrix. That's right.
So we have to the primer has to be from our.
No, it doesn't. I was saying that I was talking about the mascots that I would imagine your cuddly mascot is going to look like whatever college you chose. It's
Yeah.
going to represent that mascot. That's what I was talking about.
Mhm.
It does not say that you have to get your own primer. And the reason why I was fine with posting all of this is because each primer gives you a different advantage on different checks. So some of them, so like I know you're Prismari, but say you wanted the Arcana, that's Quandrix.
Yeah.
And it does not anywhere in this book where I just read does not tell me that you have to get it. So that is my decision. I like If it doesn't tell me you can't do it, you can do it.
Mm.
So, anyways.
But these require attunements.
Yes, they do. Which is not that hard for you guys. I would imagine that if you don't know how to do it already, um, professors will be willing to help you. But you have to spend at least 1 hour practicing with the item or studying it in order to be attuned to it or get it attuned or however you want to say it. So it wouldn't be super hard for y'all to get them. If you know what you want, then you can go for
Mm.
I think Reggie's gonna take the silver quill primer.
it. Let me double check, but as far as I know, it should be in your compendium, but let me make sure. Yes, it is. You should be able to drag and drop it to your character sheet.
Yeah, you can.
Well, now I know what I can carry in the other hand.
Mm.
Always be walking around with a silver primer on my head.
With a
Stick with
what?
the Quandrix primer. Stick with the stupid primer in my hand. In my offhand. And don't make me offhand you with this. Hey, we can
Yeah,
always pretend we're baton runners in a race.
I think I'm going with the Context Primer too.
Because you have to be able to have it in your hand.
Okay.
You are holding the primer.
Right.
Holding sounds like you're holding it.
Yeah, it is because it says you're talking about if you study it.
Right. So
Yeah.
if you study it in the morning and you go to
Yeah,
cast a
it's
spell.
saying if you study it at the end of a long rest. So yeah, I would take it that way too. Like you're holding it in your hand, studying it.
Oh, so you can then hang it from your waistband and cast it?
Yeah. So if you study it, for a long rest,
Yep.
you can choose a spell. Before you finish the next long rest, you can cast that chosen spell. Uh, if you are holding the primer, I would think you would still need to hold it, but y'all
Yeah,
tell me what your take is on that. But you don't have to stay holding it. So like you could choose a spell, put it up, and then say like you got that spell and you want to use it, then like you would pull the book out to cast the spell. And I know
Mhm.
that they happen very quickly, but if it's hanging on your belt or whatever, you'd be able to quickly grab the book. I don't think that would be a problem.
right.
So basically, your books are like book and Hocus Pocus. You gotta have the book. You
Mhm.
look sleepy, Nance.
I'm reading.
Mhm.
Okay. I would turn my camera on for y'all, but I'm a hot disaster, so don't get to see
I
this
am
thing.
laying in bed eating chocolate cake. There's no such thing as being worse than that.
There you go. I'm literally just waking up.
It's okay. Gojira doesn't have his camera on either, so I don't feel bad.
No,
Maybe
All his
next time.
fault.
no, it does
Um,
now. Hello.
That
No,
was
I have
Oh,
no
he
idea.
just had to do
Uh-huh.
it. He just had to do it. Dal's got his camera on. He just is black.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't know that.
There you
oh,
go.
you're in the
There he
car.
is.
Yep,
There's a
Bernie
cow.
got
Had
my
to take the lid off it.
Fruity
Oh,
Oaty Bar shirt on.
nice.
Fruity Oaty Bars.
Make
Closing the
my
door.
out of a
Thought
mouth.
my camera was on.
So has everybody got their item picked out?
Yep.
Yeah. How do we do
I,
the spell thing? Because you have to.
how are you going to roll it? That's a great question.
Yeah. Is it one that you put on your sheet and then you just kind of mark it that it's the one that you can choose?
I would think so. It's probably going to take a lot of like editing on your
Yeah.
part as far as your character sheet goes, unless you choose this, unless you're going to choose the same spell every time you use it. You can just leave the spell and know it and know that it's your spell for your primer.
Mm,
But I mean, that's really only up like that's up to you guys if you use it this like that time, and then the next time you decide you want a different spell, then yeah, you'd have to go in there and remove it.
hmm
So, or at least if I was doing it, I would have to because I wouldn't remember that I didn't have that spell anymore.
I mean, you can mark on it that it's your.
Right?
It's from an
Yeah.
item.
Like whatever y'all want to do, as long as you can remember that it's that spell, I don't really care. Um, I'm not like going to be super picky about that. As long as you have like whatever you want to do to make sure that you know that that spell is to that primer, then I'm not going to be like, oh, you got to delete it. So we'll go ahead and we only got a little bit left. We'll go ahead and start the next one. We may not get super far into it, but that's fine. Um, Either that or I can let you guys go early. It's up to you guys.
we missed the last session.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I know. You're also down a player. But it's fine. Anyways,
I think we'll be
so
okay.
it's been a few weeks since you took your exam. So you can note that you made money if you are not Reggie, because Reggie has not made any money. Um, you're gonna say it's probably been a month, so we're talking about 4 weeks at whatever your gold pieces are you earn weekly. That's how much gold you're gonna take in. So you have been invited by several students. Actually, all of you have been invited by like just various students, probably Rosie, um, Erzmatok, um, what's that other chick's name that you ran into? I don't, the Dampier one. I can't remember her name. Anyways, just various people that you've seen throughout have kind of invited you to like an after hours party that's happening.
Let's go party.
Hey,
So as you guys are headed that way, it's the book describes it as twilight. So like I love that that's what time it describes it as. So it's getting dark, and you're headed that way, and Rosie, because it's always Rosie, it's always gonna be Rosie. It walks up to you guys. She's laughing and she's talking to you through her laughter, and she says, "You've got to see what's going on at the Rose stage. Someone's cooked up a batch of mascot bait." And now the place is crawling with the little critters. They're as happy as baby boars in mud. So we're going to try a game. It's mascot stacking, and the winner gets a fancy prize.
Can I ask you a question, Rosie?
Sure.
Why is it always you? I love you to death and everything, but every time something funky is happening on campus, it's always
Rose
you.
Rosie doesn't know the answer is because Brittany makes it Rosie every time.
Was I
You're
guess
welcome.
all along.
You know,
Because you
the
want to know what
longest.
happens is because it tells me right here, choose a student. It could be any student that the characters have interacted with, but they are happy, and it's always Rosie because she's
Look,
the one that's always happy.
I swear to all that is heaven and holy, for the first 3 episodes of us playing, I swear you were the one behind it all.
It's because she's smart and she knows to come and tell us because we're the
Right.
people to tell.
She knew y'all
Everybody
people
else
were
is a
special.
dingbat. They don't think of us.
Right,
Rosie
right.
does.
She is very smart, very intelligent. She's taking 4 classes.
I'm
Very
assuming you
smart.
guys are going to head towards the road stage area then. If
Uh,
you remember correctly, you have been here before. This
yes,
is where y'all did the
we fought the owl bear.
Yep, hold on, I gotta get rid of it. Goodness. I gotta get rid of a lot of these people actually.
Owl bear.
Um Hold on, let
All
me
right.
adjust. I haven't touched this map
There,
since y'all
I'll
beat
hide
the
that other one.
owlbear.
Okay.
Let me see who's actually here so that I can do that. So
Hey, Wolf, you're getting really good at making that origami.
Right? I just made this giant origami rose on the floor.
Did you? That's fantastic.
Yes, I'm trying to pedal it.
Oh,
Stop.
okay,
Well,
so
It's been a
everybody
thorn in my
else
side. I just can't seem to pedal
oh,
it.
can stay, I feel like.
leaf it out.
what about that chitlin armor? Did we ever figure out what was going on with that?
The
That's 3
chitin
weeks.
armor.
We still don't know.
No, you haven't done it yet, but I kind of forgot about it. We'll come back to it. We'll time warp backwards, as Star Trek fans like to say. Um, and we'll do that. But
Are you
what we
sure?
can
Somebody trying to
see,
correct us
Reggie,
on
do
our
you see
spelling?
this? Do you
Listen,
see this? She
listen.
said that it's pronounced chitin.
So
It
listen,
is.
it might be pronounced Kitelin, but when Brittany said it, she called it Chitlin, and then we went to
I did
Chitlin.
not say chitlin. I said chitin. And oh my gosh, they have said chitlin ever since. And for the record, Bernie, I'm aware it's pronounced chitin, but we
Mm-hmm.
say shit where I'm at, so I
It's
Does
mispronounced
pronounced
it. I'm
kitten.
well aware, but uh, we had
Let's
this whole
just meet in the
conversation
middle and call it kitten.
does
because
yes.
because Gojira was like, I don't care, but if Bernie was here, she would correct you, and that's the first thing it's
Does
pronounced
Elizabeth know
chitin.
what chitin armor is made from? Because she might not want to wear it if
Chitlins,
she
little
knows
chitlins.
that it's made from giant bugs.
Yes, it is.
Listen,
I told her I was the only reason I know how to properly pronounce that is from the game Ark because that's how you
so
pronounce it.
listen, it's there, and it was chipped, and all I could think of was chipped beef, and then all of a sudden we got into cracklins and chitlins, and then we.
But because I said it was cracked armor, you
That's
see what you've
funny.
been doing to me all night, Bernie?
When
This
she
is what I've
said
been
chip
dealing with.
plate, I thought chipped beef at the same time.
I
Oh, look, a
said
plate of chipped
chipped
beef.
plating
Oh.
and cracks, and that's what they took from it. Like,
Because they're on crack.
It's the first thing I thought. Chipped.
right.
I'm just glad
Lord
that
have mercy.
Bernie proved that I know her well.
But we will continue on the one we're on for the time being, but we will come back to the uh armor at the next
Not even
time.
saying it now, Dal.
So when you guys are approaching the roast stage, you hear the party before you actually see it. There's laughter, whooping, and shouting. It's all coming from the stage, and as you approach, you can see a chaotic scene is coming into sight. On the main row stage, there's about a dozen students playfully darting away from several pets while other mascots watch nearby. The scurrying students hold goopy substances in their hands that look like honey mixed with mushroom pieces. Off
Can't
to the
say very
side,
much
more
about handling goop.
Off to the side, more students stand, laughing and holding curious-looking wands. I'm not going to add any more students to here, like on the map than what's here currently. They can all be on here. But know that there are more students than this. There are about a dozen on stage, plus the amphitheater seating outside of it is covered with students as well. So there's a lot of students here. As you guys are approaching, uh, one of the students kind of shouts and is giggling uncontrollably and says, "Gross! Look at those goose covered in pest bait. I don't know what's in it, but the pests love it. We'll give them their snacks. We were just waiting on you. We knew you'd want in on this mascot stacking contest. The other mascots play too."
Of course they knew we would want in because if we don't join in, then the monsters don't attack. It's all Reggie's fault.
So, as you guys actually watch, like, get on the scene, but arrive on the scene, let's put it that way, the students that are holding the pest bait feed, uh, actually feed the pest. There are about 20 mascots that are occupying the stage. Each campus is represented. There are two art elementals from Prismari, two fractals from Quandrix, two inklings from Silverquill, four spirit statues from Lorehold, and 10 pests. That is the mascots that's on stage.
And no
Uh,
way to talk about Ezio.
wow.
I am going to stick a mascot to myself.
So as far as you can tell just by looking at it, it does look like the goo that they are feeding to the pest is a sugary syrup that is mixed with mushrooms that were taken from campus. You've probably seen the mushrooms before on Witherbloom's campus. Um, it appears that the snack is keeping them docile, and so anyone can play with them. While they're normally very flighty, which you have discovered, they're very docile now after being fed that, and they are stacking them. So students that are standing beside the stage are holding wands uh,
Poor Juan.
that have like limited telekinesis-like effects. And as you're watching, when they point it at a mascot that is within 10, well, not 10 feet, within 5 feet, the wand magically lifts the mascot, places it atop another adjacent mascot, and stabilizes the stacked mascots. They still might topple over afterward, but the wands allow the students to stack the mascots without having to physically manipulate them. So you're watching this happen right before you. Um, but as you're watching it happen, you can see that other mascots are participating in the stacking contest. So the spirit statues are offering to serve as each stack's base. The art elementals, fractals, and inklings are gleefully waiting to be piled on while the pests snack away. So the pests are the only ones being fed. The other mascots are volunteering and participating. So all of the mascots from uh Lorehold, Silverquill, Quandrix, and Prismari are all volunteering and actively participating. The 10 pets are the ones that are being fed. And so it's a contest. The Basically whoever can stack the mascots without the creatures toppling over gets major bragging rights, and you have the opportunity to earn that.
Mm-hmm.
As you're watching it all happen before you, trying to decide whether or not you want to participate in the next round, you have learned from one of the students by you, probably depending on where you're standing, is probably going to be Rosie for some, Greta herself for some others, this guy Quintilius, probably talking about it, but Greta Gorin, which she's up here, has offered a belt of dwarven kind as a prize for this contest. It was sent to her by her parents as a gift, but she thinks it's more fun to offer it as a trophy. I'd be pissed if I was her mom and dad.
Right? Jesus, I was about to say the same thing.
But regardless, I will give you the rundown. We may not actually be able to play the contest because we're going to run out of time, but I'll tell you what it's all about. Um, there are 4 teams of 2 students, and they race to create the highest stack of gathered mascots. You can participate,
Hmm.
or you can heckle, or encourage like usual. That's the same rule. So you can form a team and participate, or you can cheer or heckle, which will give advantage or disadvantage based on which one you choose.
What do we
Like
need to do to actually take part?
so there's each team has 2 members. There's one who has so each has a wand. So one person's gonna have a wand that's using it to manipulate them into place. You know that you've seen the wand moving. Um, so you're both gonna have wands, but one of the team members is gonna have to feed the pests. But either way, you're still gonna end up with a wand, and you're gonna use the wand to manipulate them into the stacking formation.
Mm-hmm. Is everybody playing or?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I said I don't think we got time to actually do the competition itself. It's going to take it since there's 4 teams at least. It's going to take some time with the rules. So
Mm-hmm.
I say for this part we can pause it there, and y'all know what the game is, and when we play. No, wait, yeah, not next week. The next week. I was like, wait, am I off next Monday? I am not. I'm on night shift. Don't let me lose my mind. Um, the next session we would pick up right. We would pick up right into the competition. And you
Okay.
could let me know whether or not you want to participate or what. But we do have 20 minutes left, so if y'all want to jump backwards in time, to time warp. I've been watching Star Trek recently, so like,
Mm.
don't judge me. It's fun.
Before we time warp backwards, I am going to
Okay.
spend a minute to cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to give everybody where is it? 8 temporary hit points.
Oh, thank you.
Back in
You're
time,
welcome.
or at this time.
Right.
We're
Right
back
now.
at our
She said
current time before we go back in time.
before we time warp. That's what she said.
Yep. So that when we come back into game and we go inevitably go into combat, we'll have temporary hit points.
It's just a jump to the left.
Yeah,
Or
step to the
it
right.
can't be to the left because if we went left, we actually went west, and we don't want to
Yeah,
do
we
that.
went west.
West?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
west.
It's just a jump to the left and a step
Yes,
to
I
the
was
west.
reading the
Step
description
west.
from the book, and it said west, but it was actually east. So that's where that joke's coming from.
And then the DM puts her hands on the hips and gives you a lecture.
Aw.
Look, they came back today. I got a
It's so grown up.
got more
All
money, yay!
So you have this chipped Titan plating. Where you want to take it to, and we are going to take it back. So this is before the. So I'm gonna say you did this before your exam, which you've already done, but uh, before the exam, after you got back from turning in the mascots, where do you like? Who are you? Is there someone specifically you're taking this to, or somewhere you want to take it to?
Or
I
do
don't
we
know
know of
about the
anywhere that?
armor, but I want to show the writing to the guy
And
that
the
professor that
symbology.
gave us our exam, the professor of scrivening and
Scrivening.
symbology.
Right. Okay, so you take it and you take it to him, and he's kind of uh sorry, I felt like I had to sneeze and then it didn't happen, so I'm
I'm
probably
like
gonna
a
cry
broken
now.
bed. So
Story of my
candy,
life.
candy.
Anyway, so you take it to him, and he's looking at it, examining it, and he says, "I don't know. I don't. I've seen this before. I feel like I've seen this before, but I can't tell you its exact origin." And that's what he's going to tell you. So he doesn't know. Um, he's unsure of its origin. Let's put it that way. But he thinks that he's seen it before, but it's not common.
Yeah, I would say if he doesn't know what it is, I think we'd be hard pressed to find anybody else that would know what it is.
Yeah, so he's gonna give you all that and then say that um although I may have be unsure of its origin, I get a bad feeling about this. I feel like it came from a dangerous creature, so I would be careful.
Well, we definitely know there are giant scorpions out there, so it could have come from one of them, surely.
And
It's
Oh.
like
scorpions,
it's like
Etna,
a chess piece for a person.
Mhm.
It's just made out of chitin armor.
Mhm.
So you don't know whose it is, but you know that a person of some humanoid was wearing this.
Oh,
they
interesting.
probably got rid of it because it was bugging them.
I'm thinking we're asking the wrong teacher. Because
Is
we're
there
in
a
the
bug
second
teacher?
grade. We're in the
Yeah,
second grade.
we are in the second
Last
grade.
year we
Well,
was in the
he's
first grade. So
Huh?
we need to find the preschool teacher for the Chitlin.
this
What?
is probably the best professor you could ask, to be honest.
Yeah, but they didn't give us the answer that we needed, so we're going to ask a different one.
And the
So,
I
first
like,
mean, you
one,
can.
what?
You most
Hold on.
certainly can, but I don't know that you're going to get a different answer. Let's put it that way.
So,
Is
Mhm.
the
there
teacher said it's human. It's made for humanoids, correct?
Mhm.
It's made for humanoids, not from humanoids. It's not made out of
But
human skin.
it's made for
Island
humanoids.
chitlin is
Right.
people?
preschool's full of Chitlins. We can ask them.
That's true. That is full of chitlins. All kinds of crazy chitlins in there. All right. So, like, nobody has identified. All right.
Is there a professor that would know about like armor and stuff?
Like
I
basic arcane artifacts. I took that class.
I can identify it.
Ooh,
Is
identify.
there anybody identifying is not going to work in this instance. Is there anybody that is proficient in history?
Me,
Me.
Roll a history.
Me?
if you're proficient.
Yep, you had to be proficient in it, or
I have
don't roll.
I have a +8 in it, if that helps. I am proficient.
Got
Then you're
the
fine.
boxes checked.
You're more proficient than Lisbeth is. She's in the history college. Jeez, you sure you chose the right college?
Nope. Chose the one that made most sense for my character.
She chose
I
the
know.
one with the potion
I'm just
professor in
kidding.
it.
I was actually asking Peanut if she chose the right college because she was so good at history. It's a joke though.
Mhm.
So you would know Wolf is not successful, so his role is not going to do it. Now you can share this information with after you get it. You have very, very limited knowledge, very, very limited, of a group called Mage Hunters
Oh,
that used to be around the college, linger around the college, be a part of, however you want to say it. Um, but it's very, very limited, and you don't know very much about it. But you would see a symbol that is on this piece of armor that's gonna like be like ding 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 light bulb. This might be a piece of Mage Hunter armor. And if you say that to the professor, uh, he's gonna say, okay, that would probably be why I've seen it before. There is a history of the Mage Hunters here. However, I don't know very much about it, and so I can't really speak to it. But that would be why I have recognized it. But I do know that the Mage Hunter group was not a good group, um, which would explain why I got the creepy feeling that I did about this.
I'll brush Lisbeth off the side of the shoulder and say, "We got nothing to worry about. We're not mages."
Yeah. Right? Should we put it on?
wow.
I can't wear metal armor.
It's not
can, but
metal, it's chitin.
mm, curtain, chitin,
It's
croton.
Kitten.
it's chitlin plating.
It's kitten
Plating.
armor. It's pink and white, and it's got little kitten ears.
It's
It's heavy
pink and
armor.
white. No,
I can't
I've
wear
got an
heavy
AC
armor.
of 18. I don't know that that's going to do any better. So,
Chitin armor isn't usually metal though, it's usually made from like the carapace
Yeah,
of a giant scorpion or
of a
something.
giant bug
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
scorpion
so if I get hungry, I
or
can
like
eat it.
crabs, like something.
You want to eat it?
It's
The exoskeleton of a giant beetle?
I don't know. Just picking on my metal verbiage would give me some shell shock over here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you
so
Might
guys
have to
want.
that's I
find
know
myself
that's
a safe carapace.
I might
that's
go back
probably
to
not
bed.
all the information you wanted, but you do know that you found this armor. If you remember, you found this right beside where you saw the writing in the dirt. That matches the journal. So that is
What was
where
the
you
journal
found it.
about?
Huh?
Reggie, what was the journal about?
It just had indecipherable writing in it, but it was
The journal was the one that you found at the end of the last year,
Yeah.
I think I
Couldn't
have
read it.
that.
in the swamp. Hold on.
Do you
Journal
not
of
know how
Magaxa.
do you not
Yes.
know how to read any of it? Is that why it was indecipherable?
It's not like we go
yeah.
to college.
Right?
What was
It was
inside
just
the journal is she has it. I think Peanut's the one that picked it up.
Mhm.
If you remember, it had the details of everything that happened in that first year, like it was planned out, written inside of there.
Yeah. Literally all of everything that we'd,
And
like
I'll kind of
every
refresh.
monster thing that we'd encountered was
Right.
in there. It had all been planned by him.
I kind of refresh your memory about it because it was water damage. So there's a lot of the journal that's unreadable, but what you
Mhm.
can see in it is that part of the writing that you saw in there was that whoever wrote this journal had been experimenting with life draining magic in the marsh and has been doing so for a long time. And then it also had very detailed notes laid out that was involved like the Rose Stage Festival where you fought the owlbear. And everything was very detailed and planned out as far as what you went through in the first year inside that journal. And so it's not very clear on what was written in the dirt, but you can look at it and see that it matches the journal. So whoever wrote in the dirt is the same handwriting.
They're still alive.
So their journal probably got water damage when they were in the swamp.
And you
Makes
know who else was in the swamp? Somebody's new boyfriend.
Yeah,
They're not
Mr.
officially boyfriend and girlfriend yet.
Or whatever.
She's
A
working on it.
boyfriend and the MILF.
And so, anyways, you actually got a pretty good amount of information from that, more than you knew before.
Seeing as how we knew absolutely nothing about it beforehand and was calling it 8 million different names, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right.
So with that being said, I know we got a few minutes left, but we can just call it here. I know it's a little bit early, but I don't want to get anything started that we aren't able to finish. So, and then we got to come back and can't remember where we were at in the middle of it. So
Yeah.
Could always use an extra 8 minutes of sleep tonight.
right. So